Welcome to Precision Golf. Today we're going to look at driving iron, hybrid and fairway wood and why you would choose one versus the other. Let's hit some shots. So one of the most common bits of the bag, questions we get about this part of the bag is why would you use one club versus the other? They produce totally different ball flights and that will suit different player styles and course types depending on where you play most of your golf or what ball flight you naturally have. So we're going to hit shots with each club, look at how they perform, why they perform that way and why they're going to suit each player style. So we're going to start with the driving iron here. So really generally used by players looking for lower, flatter ball flight, flight consistency, direction, being a little bit of a shorter shaft length than the other two, but primarily bringing that launch and spin down. So we'll hit 2 or 3 shots with each club. So generally speaking, with the driving iron clubs, these are suited to stronger iron players, which the nature of the club. That's no great surprise, but players, generally higher speed players or players with a higher ball flight. So looking to pare that flight down. So for me, I've always been an iron player, so this is a very comfortable club for me to use. I feel very kind of at home hitting an iron. So from a directional dispersion point of view, shorter shaft is easier to control, but where I've always hit higher ball flights, I'm looking for this to naturally bring that flight down. I play a reasonable bit of links golf, so hitting that lower, flatter going ball flight, going through the wind, very, very useful for that kind of shot, but keeping that launch angle, base launch angle low. So it's a kind of club that's very easy to bring that flight down, but also give that left to right, that dispersion control to keep it on the fairway, keep it direct on target line. I'm going to switch over to the hybrid now. So from a hybrid club, we're looking for a little bit more flight, a little more forgiveness certainly, that bigger footprint to the club, the depth of the head front to back, that moves the weight away from the face, gives you a little bit more stability off center, but also helps just to bring that flight up a little bit more. So you generally tend to find a player who's not that comfortable with the long iron, but isn't looking for absolute maximum height. The hybrids form that middle ground between an iron and a wood. So it suits a little bit more of a sweeping delivery. So straight away we can see the launch angle is up a little bit more. Spin's going to be up a little bit more versus the long iron. So we're looking for help getting it airborne. That's really where the bigger head style makes a big difference. It allows you to sweep it more, naturally deliver dynamically a little bit more loft, but forgiveness is never a bad thing. I'm going to do one more shot with this just to get a good base average for the flight. So didn't quite catch that one, but that again shows plenty of launch angle even on a miss hit. So plenty of ball flight. That one wasn't a great strike at all, but I've got away with it, which I really wouldn't have done with the long iron. So that's one major improvement factor from the hybrid to the long iron, is much more forgiveness. We'll now move over to the fairway wood. So I've gone 7 wood because each of this, the 7 wood, the hybrid and the 3 iron are exactly the same loft. So we're matching lofts to take one variable out performance-wise. So again, the bigger footprint, the bigger head, really geared around maximizing ball flight. So where the hybrid went high for me, this really should take off. Again, much more launch angle, again, another couple of degrees of launch angle. So where the fairway with the lofted fairway really comes into its own is if you're looking to get the ball up in the air quick but land it soft, maximizing carry distance and height. So we're seeing many more tour pros using 7 woods, even 9 woods at specialist courses like the US Open. Dustin Johnson last year used a 9 wood, Matt Fitzpatrick using a 9 wood. So generally Matt Fitzpatrick's a lower launch player, so he's using the lofted wood to get that elevation and carry. Something that's massively important on the courses that they're playing, where getting the height and the control's key. But for us mere mortals, we're playing, the courses are getting longer and accessing greens with bunkers short or water short, getting that height and carry is really, really important. So I'll do one more with this and then we'll have a little look through the data. nice strike there. So again, lots of launch angle. That really is the USP of the lofted fairway wood versus either of the other two. So if we go in and have a look at the data now, we'll have a look at the averages here. So I'm going to just sort through these. So what we can see looking at the shot patterns here is that we've got, launch angle wise, a 2-degree increment from the driving iron to the hybrid to the fairway wood. So massive increase in base launch angle. We've also got ball speed progression as well. So with the driving iron and the hybrid actually being relatively similar, but the fairway wood, that longer shaft length, creating more club speed, creating more ball speed. So club speed's up 4 or 5 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour, 6 or 7 over the driving iron. That's part of that carry distance gain. But also if I bring in the height, and that's really going to be critical in this. We're looking at 93 feet on the driving iron, 99 feet on the hybrid, 130 feet in the fairway wood. So a massive uplift in ball flight out of the fairway wood. So to summarize what we found in the video today, if you're looking for a flatter flight, lower spin, then the driving iron's great. Also a little bit of tighter left to right dispersion from the shorter shaft length. If you're looking for a bit of forgiveness, mid-ball flight, and quite a lot of versatility, then a hybrid's often the right club for you, lifting the flight from the driving iron. But maximum launch, maximum carry, maximum stopping power, the lofted fairway wood. If you're not a high ball hitter, lofted fairway is going to give you plenty of height, plenty of carry, and a lot of versatility coming into greens. So we've got loads of exciting content coming up. So if you've liked what we've done, have a look back at our past coverage as well. We've got loads of videos on the channel. If you like it, subscribe, hit the like button, and we look forward to creating lots of content for you in the future.